gentlemen of the press. Um, at the Lagos State Police Command, we are happy to present to you some of our achievements recently, especially electoral and criminal offenders during the recently concluded general elections. You would recall that after the presidential elections, we recorded a total of 28 cases and we got 23 suspects. And after our investigation and screening, we transferred five of these suspects and the exhibits recovered from them to INEC, and we prosecuted one of the offenders. Having done that during the or after the gubernatorial election and state house of assembly elections, we also arrested some suspects. We recorded a total of 24 incidents across Lagos State, and we got a total of, or we arrested a total of 19 suspects. And out of these suspects, we've concluded our investigations and we are handing over four suspects to the Independent National Electoral Commission for prosecution because their offenses fall under the purview of the INEC, while we will be prosecuting two offenders because their cases fall under our purview. So the suspects that will be handed over to INEC will be done centrally. We'll be taking them to the force headquarters Abuja, following the instruction of the Inspector General of Police. All state commands will do likewise, and centrally at the headquarters, they will be handed over to INEC from where they will be prosecuted. In Lagos, somewhere around Ibeshe, we had a case of grievous harm and conduct likely um, to disrupt the peace, to cause a breach of the peace, and the suspect was arrested with animal horn, which he used to attack somebody. The suspects are right there behind us for you to see. We also have somewhere in Badagry somebody engaged in conduct also likely to cause breach of peace and was found in possession of electoral materials. The suspect was also found with 19 pieces of INEC forms and also 16 pieces of electoral papers. The exhibits are here for us to inspect. Also in Oroshoki area of Lagos, we also arrested somebody who was arrested threatening INEC officials and voters. The suspect is also here for you to see. Also in the Yanapaja area of Lagos, we arrested two suspects. They were found with electoral materials. They are all displayed here. In all of these cases, we also recovered PVCs, we recovered ballot boxes, we recovered ballot papers, and some weapons, offensive weapons used by some of these suspects, like knives, axe, pepper spray, locally made pistols, daggers, and other forms of firearms. So in total, combining the presidential and gubernatorial election suspects we got from them, we are handing over to INEC a total of 8 suspects, while the police will be prosecuting 3 suspects. So for the elections, we got a total of 11 suspects. You will recall that we arrested way more than that. Even the military arrested some people who they handed over to us. But we did our investigation, and those not found culpable were actually released, some on bail. So we have a team that will be prosecuted. In addition to all of these, while the election was going on, it wasn't like the people that were criminally minded totally stayed away from crime. Some people were still engaging in criminal activities, and we did not just look away and concentrate totally on election. We're still mindful of that fact that some people could still engage in crime. So we're still alert in that regards too. So while the elections were going on, to the build up of the election, we're still protecting Lagosians and investigating cases and arresting criminals. So we have a few cases that we would like to present, and hopefully residents and visitors to Lagos State can learn from some of these things. We have a case of conspiracy and kidnapping. These are cases that we have concluded, that we have arrested suspects, and they are going to be arraigned any moment from now. We have a case of kidnapping. These these people three of them. They specialize in kidnapping, transporting them to their hideouts, and collecting ransom, the typical kidnap case, before releasing their suspect. But we're able to arrest one of them, and through painstaking investigation, we arrested others, and we have all the suspects in custody. Since they started their criminal activity sometime last year, October 2022, they've been able to rake in a total of 20,700,000. But thankfully, so Lagosians, thankfully, Lagosians are now free from these people, and we will continue to work tirelessly to arrest others doing similar things. On the 16th of March 2023, our officers were on routine patrol sometime in the night, in the wee hours of the morning, 2 a.m., and a car was discovered. The driver of the car was driving erratically, and it was suspicious, and our men attempted to stop him to conduct a search, but he zoomed off, and there was a pursuit, and he was eventually arrested. The suspect is here, and when he was searched, we discovered a locally made semi-automatic pistol on him. Locally made semi-automatic pistol. He has been arrested. We are about to conclude the investigation to know the source of the arm, and definitely we established that he was out to rob. So we are about to conclude our investigation, know the source of the arm, and charge the case to court accordingly. We also have a case here on February 24, a gang of robbers who specialize in robbing on motorcycles somewhere in Ijayi. At night, you'll see three men on motorcycle, and they accost people and snatch their things. So our officers intercepted them, got them arrested. Two of them were able to escape, but were on their trail. One of them was arrested with a shotgun and one live cartridge. The suspect is here, and the exhibit too has been recovered. We also have a case here on 13th of March 2023, based on intelligence. We're reliably informed, and for this we thank Lagosians for giving us prompt information that has helped us a great deal to tackle crime and criminality within the state. So we got information that some cultists were planning to carry out an attack, and we deployed our intelligence assets, and were able to get one of the suspects arrested somewhere in Ajigunle, and we recovered a double-barrel shotgun and two live cartridges from him. So that's one less cultist in our society. Also, on the 19th of March 2023, somewhere in Abule, and this went viral. The video was all over social media. Somewhere in Abule, there was intra-community clash. People were fighting, and the police got there right on time to prevent any loss of life. Yes, some property were destroyed, but we're able to arrest two suspects, and they are assisting us in our investigation. It's an open investigation. We hope that as time goes on, we'll be able to get more suspects, because it was really a big fight, and I know some people will find it funny that why just two suspects. So it's an ongoing investigation. We have two suspects, and we'll continue to investigate and arrest more suspects as the investigation progresses. We have here an interesting case. These suspects, we've arrested three of them. They specialize in bringing their korope, their public transport vehicles. And we need Lagosians to learn from this. So they bring out their vehicles, take passengers, and after going 1 or 2 kilometers, they tell you they are not going any further. So please alight and get another vehicle. Meanwhile, they have picked your pocket. They have taken your phone. And for unsuspecting people, you don't realize your phone is gone until long after they have disappeared. But somebody realized immediately he got off the vehicle that his phone was missing, reached out to our officers, who swiftly went after them, and they were arrested. Now, this is how they operate. We need people to learn from this. So they pick phones. From morning till night, they do this and pick phones and pick phones. They do this on repeat. So at the end of the day, they gather all the phones and take it to somebody who takes out all the SIM cards, all of the SIM cards. This person is not interested in the phone. He just needs the SIM cards. And with the SIM card, you can just buy credit on the phone, on the line. And you know how it operates. If you are buying credit on your own line, you are not asked for a PIN. So they buy credits, and once the bank alert comes in, they know the amount of money in that person's account. And they do some other transaction and they are able to clear the account, wipe off all the money. But the interesting part, okay, so the suspects are here and they'll be prosecuted. But the interesting part is they have not been able to find a way around clearing money from SIMs that have SIM lock. That's one feature that every phone has, that every SIM has, but people take for granted. SIM lock. SIM lock works such that if you take out your SIM and put in another phone, it will not work unless you put the PIN. So we are encouraging people to use SIM lock. It doesn't cost you money. Take your phone, go to your settings, input the SIM lock. So that if peradventure you lose your phone and people like this get hold of your phone, they cannot tamper with your account, so to speak. So the suspects are here and they will be prosecuted accordingly. Sometime this morning, too, we arrested two suspects. Now we got information a few days back that a truck conveying a brand new Nissan Rogue belonging to the U.S. Embassy was parked somewhere, and before the driver came back, the truck had been moved. The truck, the contents, everything had been moved. And immediately we got this information, we deployed our intelligence assets and we started diligent prosecution into this case. And I'm happy to say in the early hours of this morning, we got the truck back. We located the truck, it was intact. The brand new vehicle in the container was still there, and we were able to arrest two suspects. The suspects are here, and very soon we shall be handing over the truck to the rightful owners, the U.S. Embassy. We appreciate Lagosians for trusting in us, for giving us prompt information. We wish to state categorically that all our human and operational resources have been fully, optimally deployed across the length and breadth of the state. The Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, CP Idowu, has mandated all area commanders, all divisional police officers to ensure that there is no breakdown of law and order in their respective areas of responsibility. So we assure Lagosians that we prioritize their safety and security